Wondering what the one thing you can do right now to grow your real estate business is? I've got Christy Budnick with me, the CEO for Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. She's going to share with us exactly that one thing you can do to move your business forward.
That's right.
All right, Christy, this is something I've been looking forward to because I know you, like me, we started really from the ground up in the real estate business, and now here you are, CEO, Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, and really the vision you're casting I think is great. And some of the things that you've talked about, you mentioned some of these things at our national convention, and now I just really want to dive in and talk to agents from a standpoint that maybe you're like, you know, what do I do now? What's the best thing I can be doing, really investing my time, my money, my efforts to really help my business move forward? What would you say is that one thing right now?
Wow, so I am a relationship person just like you, Jimmy, and by the way, it's so good to spend time with you in person.
I know, it is.
It's
it
really great.
I know.
But yeah, relationships are where I believe all of our efforts should be focused. And so with that, I think the single most impactful thing that an agent can do, whether they are new to the business or very seasoned, is real estate portfolio reviews. And yeah, and I spoke to it at convention, but it's extremely important that we are seen in a similar light as financial planners, CPAs, people of that ilk, because we are working with consumers, our clients' largest asset.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, and so for us not to be seen the same way, it's just kind of mind-boggling. And the way we do that isn't through really positioning ourselves on social media as with selfies and things of that nature. Instead, it's by reaching out to a client, scheduling an annual review, and that annual review consists of a market analysis of their property, and we update them on here's the way your property is trending in the marketplace right now. We take a look at other properties that have recently sold, and do basically a market analysis. But what's important is not only to do the property that we might have participated in, and maybe we didn't. Maybe it's just somebody within our sphere of influence that we didn't actually work with, but we have a relationship with. But also the properties that they own that make up their entire portfolio. So reaching out across the network and involving other network agents that can help you really share a complete picture of that client's real estate holdings. And then the other step that I share, and I think this is extremely important, we don't do this through you know, an email. 80% of email gets thrown out, it just gets deleted. If we have to, we can do it through Zoom, but the best way to do it is face-to-face. Schedule that appointment, get face-to-face, and catch up with them, find out what's going on in their life. And you don't use this as an opportunity, don't go into it thinking, I'm gonna get a piece of business out of this. Instead, it's very service-minded, service-oriented. And by all means, bring 2 extra copies so that they can give one to their CPA and one to their financial planner.
Yeah. This is good.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is.
Now, when you're doing these, because I mean, you brought up a great point. If there's somebody that's a newer agent, or maybe somebody that doesn't have as many past clients, really just finding those people that they can just add the value to. Is there a certain group or someplace like maybe orphaned clients, we call them orphaned clients, that maybe somebody's left the business, or maybe that it's a friend or family member or neighbor? Is there a certain group that you would say? Yeah,
so in my estimation, I really believe that the very best network for this is people you have a relationship with. They're going to be the ones who are inclined to trust you and to want to be able to sit down with you and talk with you about their property. So for a new agent, that hasn't sold anything yet, or maybe their list of sales is small, all they need to do is take a look at their sphere of influence, the people that know them, love them, trust them, want to see them succeed. I can just about guarantee you no other agent has done this service for them. So coming to that person that you might not have had anything to do with the home that they purchased and saying, this is something that I offer to my key clients. I do it once a year. I've heard it here at Rethink, some people do it quarterly, which wow, I mean, what a great service. But once a year, with a list starting out of 50 people. That gives you 2 weeks off a year.
Right.
You know, one a week.
Yeah. Yeah, and that list is going to change. You know,
It's
that's
going
the
to
beauty of
change.
that. As people come into your business, or as people maybe move out of the area, or whatever it is, it's a living group that is continuing to grow.
But you hit on something really important. If you start it, you have to continue it.
Yes.
So clients will expect it, and that's a reputational risk if you don't continue with the process.
So from a practical standpoint, this is they're reaching out, they're saying, hey, listen, I would love to just get a little bit of your time, come through, give you an idea of where exactly your asset is. How does that conversation look? Just, you know, from a standpoint for that person that may not know where to start on preparing for this.
Absolutely. So, you know, hopefully you've been staying in touch with your clients post-closing to begin with, okay? So that's really important. You know, there's no such thing as a past client, only if we want to be past agents. So staying in touch with our clients is key. So it's literally picking up the phone and saying, hey Bob, you know, I have this new service that I am providing to my key clients. And basically what I do is I take a snapshot of your home and the value that it has today, and I'd like to be able to come and sit down with you and share with you and your spouse, whomever, you know, where you stand in the marketplace. And it's just as simple as that. And I'd also like to catch up. I mean, I think that's really important, just to bring in the human side of things.
No, that relationship, I've always heard that relationships are only built at time that you're spent with people. So the time you're spending with them, it's like you said, it's not about selling them something, it's about doing those things.
Yeah, nose to nose, toes to toes. I fully believe in it.
So good. Listen, this is really valuable for people. Is there anything else you'd like to say just to the general real estate community right now of what we're seeing and what's going on and things that you would be focusing in on?
Yeah, so, okay, again, just really diving into relationships. So the last 2 years, this market has seen a complete frenzy. Agents haven't been able to get air, much less be able to take the time to foster those continuing relationships. The market is changing. It's extremely important that we pick up the phone, make those calls, make those connections, and really dive into relationships again. I know over the last 2 years, you know, everybody's been working so hard just to get the deal to the closing table, or for that matter, just getting a contract accepted. But the market is changing, and the agents that are going to do really well here over the next few years are the ones that really put everything into those relationships.
Yeah, Christy, thanks for hosting us here at your house for Rethink Council. This is such a great event, and also just thanks for your leadership. Thank you for everything that you do for agents. I know your heart, and I know how much you care about agents, and it comes through. So thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
I know you guys got some value out of this, and I would encourage you, reach out, let Christy know how much you appreciate it, make a comment below, and just make sure that you're doing those things that we've talked about in the past, but are more important now than ever, which is building those relationships. Take care, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.